Welcome everyone to Cloud9 Blessings, and this is our first monthly prophecy news update. I hope that you enjoy all the information that you are about to hear today. Thank you and God bless. Above average seismic activity recorded from around the world. In the past week, we have seen above average seismic activity across the world, with a total of 8 earthquakes at or above a magnitude of 5.0, including a deep magnitude 6.4 earthquake in Kamchatka, Russia, and a magnitude 6.1 quake off the coast of Fiji. Some quakes that have been charted include Baja of California, which had 4 quakes reaching a high of a magnitude 3.7. Nevada had 10 quakes reaching a high magnitude of 4.0. Idaho, 12 quakes reaching a magnitude of 3.0. Hawaii, 20 quakes reaching a high magnitude of 2.8. Puerto Rico, 40 quakes reaching a high of a magnitude of 3.0. Southern Mexico, 82 quakes reaching a high magnitude of 4.3. And New Zealand, which has a magnitude of 5.1 with a total of 66 quakes. Hearing this, we are definitely seeing the earth grumbling with the birth pains as mentioned in the Bible in the ending days. All indicators suggest that a moderate or major eruption will occur at Yellowstone in the not-too-distant future. The Yellowstone supervolcano still remains active. Earthquake magnitudes in the region within this past month have reached a magnitude of 3.0. All indicators suggest that a moderate to major eruption will occur at Yellowstone in the not-too-distant future, but an eruption does not currently appear to be imminent. A major buildup of seismic activity is expected to occur weeks to months before any major eruption will occur at Yellowstone. Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates sign normalization agreements with Israel. The United Arab Emirates and Bahrain signed the normalization agreements with Israel at the White House. With the U.S. broker deals, the UAE and Bahrain have become only the 3rd and 4th Arab states to ever normalize their relations with Israel after Egypt and Jordan. Trump and the Israeli Prime Minister called the deals historic, with the former alleging that they mark the dawn of a new Middle East. Middle East experts say that the normalization trend will have unprecedented geopolitical ramifications for the entire region. This was the first Arab-Israeli agreement in 25 years as of this September 15, 2020 at the White House. Dozens of wildfires have burned land on the West Coast since early August. On August 15th of 2020, lightning strikes started hundreds of fires across Northern California. In the days since, over 1.2 million acres have burned. California is under a state of emergency, and all Cal Fire resources are fully committed to battling these wildfires. 2 other states that have seen a lot of damage and evacuations include Oregon and Washington. Thousands of residents across Oregon remain under evacuation orders Wednesday as fast-moving wildfires have burned through at least 2 towns, and the state's governor has declared a wildfire emergency. The U.S. Forest Service's Pacific Northwest region says that there are currently 20 large wildfires burning across Oregon and Washington and have destroyed some 476,000 of acres. My thoughts and prayers go out to all those who are currently under the evacuation orders, also those who have lost their homes or any family members who have lost their lives. My thoughts and prayers go out to each and every one of you. Please stay safe. As Sally's remnants soak southeast Hurricane Teddy, the new storm in the Gulf of Mexico poses new threats. Hurricane Sally makes landfall in Alabama, bringing in life-threatening flooding. Hurricane Sally made landfall as a Category 2 near the Gulf shores of Alabama at around 5:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Prolonged heavy rainfall and severe flash flooding are expected, with the National Hurricane Center warning that the flooding will be catastrophic and life-threatening. 5 p.m., Teddy strengthens to Category 4 hurricane with 140-mile-an-hour winds. The National Hurricane Center wrote Hurricane Teddy's peak winds had increased 20 miles an hour since the last advisory at 11 a.m., rapidly intensifying to a Category 4 hurricane with 140-mile-an-hour winds. Some additional strength is possible tonight, and the Hurricane Center predicts its wind to peak around 150 miles an hour before likely fluctuating in intensity into the weekend. After Hurricane Sally unloaded 20 to 30 inches of rain, unleashing wind gusts over 100 miles an hour and generating a 6-foot storm surge along Florida Panhandle and Alabama coast, its remnants are marching through the southeast, dumping more flooding rain, but reflecting the breakneck pace of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. Forecasters are already turning their attention to two more threatening tropical weather systems, Hurricane Teddy and a disturbance in the Gulf Coast of Mexico that could soon earn the name Wilford. An alarming mass die-off of wild birds in the southwestern U.S. has scientists worried and perplexed. There are animals dying all over the world today in large numbers. Millions of fish and massive numbers of various marine creatures are washing ashore dead. Birds are falling dead from the sky, and millions of poultry and wildlife. The animals of the land are also dying in large numbers. Now, although animals and fish have been dying throughout history, we have not seen such a massive, consistent number that we are seeing today. Please remember that this is just one of many signs that we are in the last days. It's time to wake up. Some of the mass die-offs include dead fish, birds, turtles, sea lions, dolphins, cattle, sheep, and livestock. Few will hear the shofar blown indoors this Rosh Hashanah, so rabbis are taking the streets. Rabbi Aaron Potik has been getting ready for weeks now, rising each morning to sound his shofar, a hollowed-out ram horn used to usher in Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. Mostly he performs blasts from his apartment in DuPont Circle. Sometimes he blows in front of Washington landmarks, including once at Nationals Park. "I'll blow whatever," he said. On the eve of Rosh Hashanah, Friday, September 18th, Potik will sound his ram's horn from the rooftop of 6th and 1st Historic Synagogue, where he is a rabbi, as a part of a coordinated mass shofar blowing dubbed the Blast. The event is aimed at bringing the Jewish community together in a year when opportunities to gather in a synagogue or Rosh Hashanah meals have been greatly restricted due to the pandemic. Just before the holiday begins, organizers are encouraging Jewish leaders and individuals from around the district to step outside and blow their shofars or other noisemakers in a unison ushering the new year. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this video today. I really appreciate it. If you have a headline that you believe would be great for Cloud9 Blessings monthly Bible prophecy video, please email it to me at cloud9blessings@gmail.com. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much and have a blessed day.